All right, everyone, welcome back into another Core Plays video. I know last week was, kind of fun. Harris English was right there for us. I couldn't take it down. Obviously, the Core Play video was really good last week, and hopefully we can continue that this week. I was kind of upset that I couldn't give you guys the Core Plays video for the Barracuda Championship since DK took that out. The first guy that I'm going to mention here was a Core Play last week. He was on the betting card last week. If you guys watched the first video, the picks and previews video, you already know who it's going to be. It's Roger Sloan. Roger Sloan has been playing just some great golf here, guys. Top 8 pick in the 9 to 5 mile, clearly underpriced. DraftKings just seems to have forgotten him. Really, the only reason to fade him is going to be the fact that we have no reason to fade him, which you guys know it's really been either they miss the cut or they get a top 10 finish. 6.7 though. It's going to be worth the risk. Even if he misses the cut, it's going to be the correct move because, well, natural lineup path is going to lead you to some higher end guys then, especially when a guy is probably $1,000 underpriced, maybe even $2,000 underpriced. And I'll prove that with Seamus Power here in a second, who I also do like. But 31st, 39th place finish here at this course. That's obviously some pretty good course history. Even if he gets 39th place finish at 6.7 a May cut, we'll take that any day of the week. Looking at his stat fit, his stats are okay. They could be a little bit better, but his worst stat is going to be par 4 scoring, 121st in that. Other than that, all the key stats are showing that he should have a good week. Top 17 stat fit this week, and then top 8 pick overall in the 9 to 5 mile. He is coming off of a 6th place finish at the Barracuda Championship, and that's just 2 weeks in a row where he's been right in contention. Okay, really choked it away at the 3M Open. Had one bad round at the Barracuda Championship. He's been right there. So maybe he could put it all together this week and have a good tournament. And then I did mention Seamus Power. Seamus Power has been in some great recent form, some of the best recent form in the field. Actually, the second best recent form in the field. First, only behind Louis Oosthuizen. Okay, that's how good of a recent form he's been in. First, 8th, 19th, 9th place finish. So, 6 straight made cuts of over top 20 or better, or under top 20 or better. Obviously, that's great. Course history has been there as well. 21st or 27th place finish, 2 made cuts and 1 missed cut. We'd want not to have that missed cut in there, but still 3 out of 4 made cuts here. Much better player right now than he was previously. We look at the stats, top 6 stat fit as well, guys. So, great course history. I shouldn't say great, decent course history, great stat fit, great recent form, top 13 play in the 9 to 5 mile this week. The only issue with him as a pick is that he's coming off of that victory there at the Barbasol Championship. I think he got a natural reset though, and they should be good to go. North Carolina boy, I'm feeling that for Seamus Power this week. But the example that I want to point out is that very similar plays, Roger Sloan and Seamus Power. Obviously, Power has had much more upside recently, but a little bit better recent form from or course history from Roger Sloan. And it's kind of just interesting that they're that spread out price point wise. All right, so the next core play is actually going to be Hank Levioto, which personally I think he might end up being the most chalky player, which going back to Roger Sloan and Seamus Power would be a little bit surprising, but he does rank out really well, have been playing really well, or has been playing really well, even including that withdrawal. That was probably going to be a top 10 finish. Regardless, 8th, 4th, 5th, 31st, and 17th place finish. So yeah, Hank Levioto has been playing some great golf recently. At this track, he's made 2 straight cuts in a row. We like to see that, and overall, he's going to be a top 25 stat fit. Simply put, at 7.6, Hank Levioto is going to be too cheap of a price tag. You can easily start your builds out Sloan and Levioto, and then pay up for this next guy here, who I think is going to be the top pick on the board, especially in that high tier price point range, Jason Kokrak. So Jason Kokrak, 3rd best player in the 9 to 5 mile this week, only behind Louis Oosthuizen and I think Webb Simpson. I'd have to double check that, but 3rd best pick in the 9 to 5 mile this week, top 16 stat fit. As a whole, we can see ball striking really good, effective scoring really good, and birdie to bogey ratio really good as well. Top 30 in all of those. Course history wise, 4 straight May cuts in a row at this tournament, with 3 of them being T16 or better. So yeah, Jason Kokrak at 10K makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like he could kind of be the same field as to Harris English last week, where a couple weeks removed from his win, a guy that has just been playing well this whole season and really the past year and a half now. And he's a guy that I think could be in contention come Sunday as well. So at 10K for a guy that's checking all the boxes this week, it's going to be tough.